Well, Holly's father, Kevin Wells, joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in to talk to us this morning. I mean, people watching that, it will, of course, bring back all those memories, and for you, undoubtedly, as well. And a lot of people will wonder how you can ever move on from something like that. I know that you're, ploughing a lot of what you do now into charity as one way of doing that.
Yes, indeed. Well, of course, they were our darkest days, but it was 2002. And we kind of pledged that we would make sure as a family we could do something positive from losing Holly afterwards, of course. So what followed on from becoming a very high-profile bereaved family, we were contacted by Grief Encounter, who were about to launch their charity. So we spoke with Shelley Gilbert, the founder, and we became a founding patron.
I can imagine lots of people got in touch with you in the immediate aftermath of what happened, offering help. What was it about her story and her help that touched you in a way that then really helped you deal with what was happening?
Shelley was a bereaved child herself, losing both parents. So there was a moment where we realised that we had someone who had a very similar experience to ourselves. We felt she was ever so genuine. And when I went to meet her in London, that was endorsed. So we were given an opportunity to get involved, and here we are 11 years later. Grief Encounter has been looking after hundreds of families, and what a thrill it has been to be involved at this level.
And you're a founding patron, but not only that, you're out there doing active fundraising as well, because you've just got back from a rather adventurous expedition, haven't you, to raise money for the charity?
We have, of course, like many charities, we're not government funded, of course, so raising the profile, raising finance is an ongoing thing that we all like to get involved with at Grief Encounter. So a little group of us, 11 of us, have just walked various sections of the Great Wall of China. It was a very intensive 5 days, and I must say, a really lovely memory. But principally, of course, we've raised over £50,000 for the charity, so that's a lovely thing to achieve.
What are the moments when you remember your daughter most? Is it obviously birthdays, obviously Christmas, but what are the other times in the year when you're sort of, clouded by those thoughts?
Well, key anniversary dates, of course, are very common to reflect. But actually, we still live in Soham. We've moved back to our old house where we first lived in 2002. Where Holly was with us, of course, and Oliver. So we think of Holly every day, it's an absolute fact. Her pictures are in and around the house. It's not a shrine. Our house is not a shrine to Holly. We're very much embracing our life and our business and our community. So we don't live in the past, but we hope that we can learn and make a difference from it.
And Holly would have been 24 this year, wouldn't she? How do you feel about the fact, Ian Huntley is obviously still behind bars for what he did. Maxine Carr, though, is out there living as somebody else now, isn't she?
Yes, we don't reflect upon it at all. It's been through the court process, we accept the outcome, and we focus our attention on other areas.
Yeah, and what would you like people to be thinking this morning as you're talking about the loss of a child and a charity which is all about children having to deal with the loss of their parents as well?
Yes, for example, children under the age of 16, 1 in 29 will lose a parent this year in the UK. It's a staggering fact. That's 1 in every classroom, in effect. So we would like to see bereavement services being brought to this arena, making people aware, of course, that this is very much out there. And later in November, the 19th to the 25th, we're going to have a very first inaugural National Child Awareness Group, a week of it. Excuse me, I stuttered on my words there. It's something that we have introduced from our cousins in America. They have a national day, and we're going to try and get this National Week underway with partners in the bereavement industry, as it were, and we're going to give it a real good go and bring to the attention the seriousness of this nature and the services that are available.
Yeah, that's a good idea, because often it's one thing that people don't talk about as well, is it?
Indeed, it's still a taboo subject.
It is.
Of course it is, yeah.
Thank you for talking so lucidly about it.
It's
really
a pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thank you for your invitation.
Thank you, Kevin.
What made you think that you were a girl?
Well,
Yeah, you just knew you were. Hard to put
I just did.
You just did. So for you, that was just normal, wasn't it?
Yeah.